Hmm. Might have just heard some good news, although it takes a little bit of extrapolation. It's not an official thing, just kind of a theory that hopefully will pan out. I just heard that Disney Lucasfilm has failed to negotiate to regain control over their streaming rights for Star Wars episodes 1 through 6. Uh, Sites like Netflix and whoever else might currently be streaming them, they don't really like the idea of giving up those rights. Those are good standard draws to get audiences to come to their sites. And apparently Disney has not yet thrown enough money at the situation, and Ted Turner told them to go take a hike for all intents and purposes. Now, this doesn't have anything specifically to do with Star Trek, but if they're successful in blocking Lucasfilm and Disney from gaining complete control over the right to stream the Star Wars movies purely on their Disney streaming service in a year or two, this might end up being a good thing for Star Trek. Back when CBS All Access launched, real quietly it slipped out that part of their whole deal was in 2019 they were going to regain exclusive rights to all the Star Trek series that already exist, and they will only be hosted by CBS All Access, which means in just a matter of months, theoretically, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever site that you yourself like to use to go and watch classic Star Trek episodes might be gone, and we might all be forced to have to pay for that damn $9.99 a month to have CBS access so we can get our Star Trek fix. I don't know about you guys, but I myself have been watching Star Trek pretty much since I was a little kid on my entire life, and I find it good comfort food for the brain. So I like to go out and still watch an episode fairly regularly. So I don't want CBS All Access. I kept them on just long enough to watch Star Trek Discovery, and then I cut them off. They don't have anything else I like. I've said all this before in previous videos, so why repeat myself too much? But, like I said, if the thing about blocking that Disney from having exclusive streaming rights for Star Wars works, maybe the same trick will end up working to keep Star Trek on these other sites that we're already used to having. Because Star Trek is another one of those stock standard staples that gets just a basic amount of viewers on board and sticking around on a regular basis just so they have access to it. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of startup television channels and cable channels throughout the decades will use reruns of Star Trek just to try to get a little of an anchor audience at first until they can build up enough to actually, get some better advertisers and get some better shows. So anyway, like I said, this is no guarantee, but hopefully it's a trend that might work in Star Trek's favor. So fingers crossed.